back to the Q Review Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. Your unofficial podcast of the QMJHL and your home for everything Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Joining me, Theo once again from downtown Halifax. Theo, what is up, my man?
It's good. It's good to be back every week. We're on a roll here. We're trying to get it every week for you guys, so let's hope we don't miss one.
Yeah, like we said, the teams meetings are a lot easier. Just a lot easier to coordinate.
Yeah.
Both of us have pretty busy schedules, especially with Dow hockey starting up. I'm officially the play-by-play for Dalhousie men's and women's Tigers.
Yeah.
Women's team got a big win 8-1 against Mount Allison in their home opener. So tonight, which is Friday, which hopefully you guys will be able to hear this by Friday, they play St. Mary's, and then the men's team opens up tomorrow night against Acadia, my former team I cheered for since I was in diapers. So pretty cool full circle moment. I've been watching AUS since I was, like I said, in diapers. Literally 3 weeks in is when the hockey season starts after my birthday. So pretty cool to get to do the play-by-play for that. And yeah, what's new with you? School going well?
School's going. We're October. Once September, you're like, all right, this ain't bad. But once October hits, you're like, all right, time to get serious here with school. And it's a lot, but it's all worth it in the end, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Once you get that diploma.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Already been through that 1 degree down. So
exactly. Make it two.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Like the amount of work in community college, I was surprised because I did university and like that stuff's fast paced, like quick as hell. But community college is like, seems like every 3 days you have an assignment to do.
Yeah. You have to tunnel vision. Got to keep moving.
UNA fantasy hockey leagues?
What's that?
UNA fantasy hockey leagues?
NHL and NFL, baby. Come on.
Okay, your squad look good?
And I'm 0-4 in NFL so far, but
oh god.
It looks like I'm doing the punishment. It's not looking too hot.
I'm looking at my roster, and I don't think I drafted a single Q alumni on my team. You know what? I made the joke that I was going to, but I honestly didn't pick anyone.
Q Review fantasy team.
Got Victor Hedman in round 3. No, sorry, Victor Hedman round 4.
There you go.
My steal of the draft, I think, is going to be Ryan Johansson.
Ryan Johansson as a steal of the draft.
Listen, he's projected to play second line, first line power play. So, I mean, on a Colorado team, like your numbers can skyrocket.
Colorado might win it back. Maybe they got some good depth.
Yeah, hard to say. So let's get back into
let's talk hockey.
The news here. I got to pull up the team of the week for this week.
Yeah.
And if we look here, Lou Levesque of the Mooseheads was on there. Cole Burbage of the Eagles, he had 5 points in 2 games. Levesque, 5 points in 2 games. Israel Menenskum on Sherbrooke, 5 points in 2 games. Thomas Cibulka of Val-d'Or, he had 5 points in 2 games. And Ben Vino of Victoriaville with 3 points in 2 games. Mathis Rousseau giving up just 1 goal in 2 games for a .970 save percentage and a couple of wins.
See, this is what we're talking about with Matthias Rousseau, new team. I think if he's going to be the same caliber, and I think he is.
And Burbage ended up with Player of the Week.
There you go. Sorry to interrupt. I just had to.
No, you're good, man. You're good. If we look at Friday, September 29th, a few games here. Cape Breton beat the St. John Sea Dogs 4-3. Lubo Strawhone scored his first Q goal. He was the Eagles' second-round pick in the import draft. Then you got Will Shields, Cole Burbage, and Antoine Waugh scoring as well. Burbage's first goal as an Eagle. Egan Beveridge, Eric Mateko, and friend of the show, Pete Reynolds, scored for the Dogs. So shout out Pete. Oh, before we move on, I already posted this on our Instagram story, but friend of the show, Morgan Noss, formerly Halifax Moosehead and Chicoutimi Saguenay, just got named captain of the Acadia Axemen. So congrats to Morgan.
Yeah, congrats, Morgan. That's huge for sure.
And also Q alumni Andrew Coxhead is now the captain of the St. Mary's Huskies.
Nice.
Played in Rimouski, Quebec, and Gatineau, I do believe. 6-2 Moncton over Charlottetown. First overall pick, Caleb Denoyer scored his first career goal, first of many, I assume. Julius Sumpf and Sebastian Glas scored their first goals. Oscar Plendowski and Adam Fortier-Gendron scored the others, while Jacob Steinman made 36 saves. And Matt Butler scored his first career goal for the Islanders, and he was a fifth-round pick last year, 2022. Giovanni Morneau scored as well. You know what? The Islanders they're scoring. I was surprised, but they're scoring. Baie-Comeau squeaks out a tight 1-2-1 in Rimouski. Hard building to play in, so a big win for them there. Matthias Milovsky, Matt McDonald scored the Drakkar goals, while Dominic Pilot scored for the Oceanic, and Vince Fillion made 35 saves.
Matt McDonald, man, he got this one of the stars that game too, didn't he? I'm pretty sure.
Matt McDonald's hot right now. Good old Halifax boy.
Yes.
Vincent Fillion also being hot right now for the Rimouski Oceanic. As I said, he just needed playing time, man, and he's showing that he can be a starter in this league.
Absolutely.
Rouyn-Noranda finally got their stuff figured out. They beat Drummondville in a shootout. Potential playoff matchup there. 4 straight goals for the Huskies to complete the comeback, with Louis-Philippe Fontaine getting the shootout winner. Alex Carr, Thomas Verdon, and Mathis Perron scored in regulation. Justin Cote scored twice for the Voltigeurs. Maxime Lafont scored the other, and Riley Mercer stood on his head, making 44 saves.
As he's been doing. He's been on a roll too.
Val-d'Or beating Shawinigan 5-4. Alex DeRoche, Zachiel Turgeon, Matt Dezoulette scored for the Fours. And Thomas Sabulka, who was on the team of the week, scored twice. Jordan Forget, Lou Felix Denis, Cody Dupuis, and Felix Lessert scored for the Cataracts. Good thing Lessert scored, because he's going to be a guy that Shawinigan needs to play well. Rookie of the Year finalist last year, obviously getting beat out by Maxim Massé. So he needs a big season if the Shawinigan Cataracts are going to contend.
Revenge tour for sure.
Victoriaville 7-2 over Chicoutimi. Nikita Prishchapov scored twice, while Igor Gurianov, Ben Vino, Noah La Rochelle, Elliot Simard, and Pierre-Olivier Waugh scored. Gabriel Degg made 27 saves in his first start of the season.
There you go.
Big things coming for that guy.
Yeah.
Samuel Vachon and Jonathan Prudhomme scored for the Sags. It was Prudhomme's first career goal, 8th overall pick last year. Then you also have Sherbrooke shutting out Gatineau 7-0. Israel Mananska, Maverick Lachance scored twice. Andrew Belchamber, Hugo Primo, and Olivier Dubois scored as well. Samuel St. Hilaire made 17 saves. And I literally wrote no highlights for Gatineau. There was not a single thing I could find that was good.
Yeah, poor guys. They're whatever they're going through must be tough right now. Such a high last year, and now we were talking about it last episode. Now might be on the lower side for sure.
And here's a note I wrote. There was a fight in the game, so Justin Blay of Gatineau was the only one charged with a fighting major. He also got 2 for roughing, 2 for instigating, and a game misconduct. So again, these fighting rules, I'm not really sure what is going on.
Last year when they made the rule, we always, whenever this happened, when one guy got a major and the other guy didn't, I feel like 2 of them have to at least, no?
You would think a fight is a fight is a fight.
And and it's probably fair, especially in the queue. They wouldn't, maybe he would just attack him for no reason, maybe, but I highly doubt that was the issue. They probably both agreed on it. And I don't know, both weird.
Yeah, and Blay also got a 2-game suspension, which is interesting.
Yeah, and on that topic, I've been watching highlights. It's a lot, you can start to tell it's a lot more scrappy now. You can tell, after the whistles are blown, hacking each other, and it's just gonna get worse in my opinion. But what do I know? You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna get into that later, but
sorry, I'm jibbing.
no, but that's a good point. Like it's a lot more scrappy. You know, you can't fight anyone, so you might as well get as much fisticuffs as you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Blainville doubles up the Remparts 4-2. Elliot Letellier scored his first goal, 8th overall pick in 2022. Also getting goals was Xavier Saracen, Emmanuelson, Charbonneau, Joseph, and Mateo Nobert. Scoring for the Ramparts was Jake Moffat and Kasim Gaudet. Moffat was a free agent invite from Ontario, and he spent last season with the Ottawa Junior Senators of the CCHL. Quentin Miller made 35 saves for the Remps. The one bright spot on that team, unfortunately. Next up, we got Saturday, September 30th. Rimouski wins a thriller in overtime, 6-5 against Baie-Comeau. Maxime Corseau winning it with his second of the night. The Oceanic made a rally with 3.5 minutes to go. Tyson Gogwin tied the game with 2.5 to go. They scored 2 goals in under a minute to tie the game. Julian Balin, Alexander Blais, and Liam Jacques scored the others. Justin Gill scored his first as a Drakkar. Emile Chouinard, Matthias Malofsky, Justin Poirier, and Felix Gagnon scored as well. You were going to chime in on something?
I said that seems like an electric game.
Yeah, lots of back and forth. Comeback, you know. Val d'Or beats Drummondville surprisingly 5-4. Zachiel Turgeon scored in OT. Mathis Ouellette, Alex DeRoche, Alexander Guy, and Frederick Potvin rounded out the scoring. Peter Repchik, Justin Cote, Loic Goyette, and Ethan Gauthier scored for the Volts. It was Gauthier's first since coming over from the Sherbrooke Phoenix via trade. And Louis-Félix Charrois made 30 saves. But after 5 games is still seeking his first career Q win. Not a lot of offense from our buddy Luke Woodworth.
He needs the Q review bump. Maybe we need him on again.
Well, I mean, he's an X factor on that team, like 100%. Captain. He was in a shootout and he didn't score, which is surprising.
He always does the backhand forehand goal and it didn't work, eh?
I guess so. Reese Pike scored the game winner 4 minutes into the third on the power play to give Halifax a 3-1 win over Moncton. Also pretty sure it was Halifax's first power play goal of the season. Lou Levesque scored his first QMJHL goal, who was a 5th-round pick in 2022, and he also got on Team of the Week. Matthew Cataford scored and added an assist in his first game back from Vegas camp. And Mathis Rousseau, also back from Arizona camp, made 26 saves in the win. Jacob Steinman lost for the first time this season, making 32 saves, and Caleb Desnoyers had the lone goal. I remember listening to our buddies at the Wildcast podcast. Well, my buddy. I don't know if you guys are considered
I don't know
anymore.
I'm on his good side now. Come on.
So they were talking about getting fans into the stands because that stadium holds, I think, 8,000. They had almost 6,000 at their home opener. So I think the youth on the team is getting the fans pretty fired up, and that's good to see. Hopefully the attendance keeps up.
And especially kind of like how they are on the, everybody knows from last year, they're on the upswing now. And I think everybody knows that they should be good in the next couple of years for sure.
100%. Bathurst wins 3-2 over Charlottetown. 3 early goals were enough for Bathurst. Matt McRae scored. Jared Cosman and Colby Huggin getting their first goals for the team. They came from St. John and Blainville, respectively. Antoine Keller from France made 26 saves in his first career win. 2nd-round pick in the import draft, and he's also a 7th-round pick at the Capitals.
There you go.
Andre Maruna scored his first career goal, 14th overall pick in the import draft last year. Michael Horth scored the other. Another fighting thing here. Matt McRae and Lane Hinckley fought in the second after McRae kneed a Charlottetown player. Hinckley was charged with the instigator. Both players received game misconducts. So, like I said, sticking up for your players and getting rid of fighting, like, people can get away with a lot more. Like, if you could fight, I'm sure McRae, like, wouldn't have. I'm sure that knee wouldn't even have happened.
So stupid.
And Hinckley ended up with a 1 game suspension. So
did McRae get anything? Or
no, McRae didn't get anything.
okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I need like the physical rule book of like how this fighting is going to work because some of these suspensions are just I don't know. I know the Q knows what they're doing because I'm on a podcast talking about them, and they're obviously in the higher offices getting paid big money to do this stuff. But there needs to be some explanation. Like fans need to know what's coming.
May need it.
Yeah, so QMJHL, just let us know. We just want to know why our players are getting suspended, why our players are getting, why instigators exist.
I said we may need a ref on the pod, maybe give us a little rundown.
Yeah, so I don't know if refs will be allowed to come on, but maybe former refs.
Yeah, maybe they'll
I'm curious to see what they have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be a new interview candidate.
Yeah.
Cape Breton beat St. John 5-4 in overtime. Cam Squires, New Jersey Devils prospect, got 2 in that game, including the overtime winner. His first goal since coming from camp with the Devils. Friend of the show, Cam McDonald, scored his first 2 as an Eagle. Congrats, Cam. Mm-hmm. And Cole Burbage scored the other. Jacob Malota got his first Q win with 33 saves. He was the 23rd pick in the import draft. The Sea Dogs actually gave Cam McDonald a new Memorial Cup ring. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that. No.
So anyone that didn't know, the fires that happened in Tantau and Hammonds Plains area, friend of the show, Cam McDonald, lost his Memorial Cup ring in those fires as well as his house. So even months after, Cam, we're still thinking of you and your family. And classy move by the Sea Dogs, getting a new ring for him.
Oh, that's awesome. That's sick, for sure.
Yeah. Pat Lever took the loss with 38 saves. Pete Reynolds, Noah Reinhart, and Luca Benoit scored. Mathis Gauthier scored his first since coming over from Rimouski. And last one on that day, Shawinigan 5-4 over Rouen Aranda. Yuri Klima was the shootout hero. Isaac Bernard, Cole Chandler, Halifax boy, Lou Felix Denis, and Brett Usyk scored for the Cataracts.
Exciting.
Halifax.
Dartmouth. He played on the Subaru last year.
Ben Brunel scored his first 2 of the season for the Huskies. Anthony Turcotte and Bill Zonin scored the others. Rouen rallied with 3 in the third, tied the game with 2 minutes to go, but came up short, unfortunately. And Theo, we're going to go over to you for the next.
Yeah. All right. So, October 1st, Halifax Mooseheads crumble the T10 9-1. Some scores for the Moose were Lou Levesque, the rookie who has Levesque. There you go. See, you better than me. Who has 6 points in 5 games so far. First season in the Q. Brady Fournier, who had 2 goals, 1 assist. Logan Crosby, who we were talking about, is slowly starting to pop off, who has now 7 points in 5 games. You can really notice him on the ice too. Just a big, last year, obviously didn't really produce that much, but as an older guy now, you really notice him out there. And also a notable player in this game was Matthew Catafor, who had 3 assists. Dish 1 crazy dime to Logan Crosby, who had a sick goal too. And you mentioned him before, but Colby Huggan got the lone goal for the T10. I think that's a great move for Acadie.
Cade Moser got his first with the Mooseheads too.
Who did? Sorry?
Cade Moser.
Yeah, there you go.
Pictou County Weeks Crushers.
There you go. That's good that you know that. Sherbrooke defeats Gatineau 4-3 in regulation. 3 stars, Olivier Dubois, and Sherbrooke had 1 goal, 1 assist. William Lebranche on Gatineau, who had also 1 goal, 1 assist. And Israel Mayanskum, you say it right. Say it again.
Israel Mayanskum.
Yeah, you say it phenomenally. He had 2 assists. 15 penalties in this one. Obviously a rowdy game. A lot of scrums. No fights in this one. But a scrum for sure. Jacob Huard and Alex Doucette and Maverick Lachance, who had the game-winning goal, all scored for the Phoenix. And William Lebranche Nathan Levique and Jeremy Minville. I'm butchering that one. All scored for the Olympique. Chicoutimi defeats Quebec a whopping of 8-3. Chicoutimi, man, we were talking about them. That's a sleeper in my books. 3 stars were obviously all in favor of Chicoutimi. Alexis Morin, who had 2 goals, 1 assist. Jonathan Prodam, who had 1 goal, 2 assists. And Marique Boudon, who had 3 assists. And Mathis Fernandez stopped 20 of 23 shots, who has a 0.843 save percentage in 4 games so far with his new team, Chicoutimi. Blainville wins 4-1 over Victoriaville. 3 stars, all in favor of Armada. Justin Carbonneau on Armada, who had 1 goal, 1 assist. Jonathan Faucon on Armada had 1 goal, 2 assists. And Edward Gauthier for Armada stopped 28 of 29 shots. And that was the only game he played so far in the Q, as he was drafted in 2020 by Victoriaville. I don't know where he played before that, but maybe you could check that, or I can. Lone goal for Victoriaville was Maxime Pellerine, who has 3 points in 5 games so far. And that'll do it for October 1st.
Yeah, and then I got the last games on Wednesday, October 4th. So we got Charlottetown beating Bathurst 4-3. Anthony Flanagan, 2nd-round pick this year, scored his first career goal for the Islanders. Brett Arsenault, Michael Horth, and Andre Maruna scored the others. Bathurst made it 4-3 with 7 seconds left off Bobby Orr's first of the season. Ty Higgins and Louis-Francois Belanger scored the others. There was a checking to the head penalty by Kyle Powers that resulted in 2 roughing calls. So again, like if you have no fighting, hits like that are just going to happen all the time. Like I've seen more checking to the head penalties than ever, and it's 5 games into the season. Halifax shuts out Cape Breton 2-0. Logan Crosby again broke the tie halfway through the 3rd. Marcus Vidicek scored his first of the season fresh off suspension. And Mathis Rousseau 26 saves for the Goose Egg. Nick Rucha 30 saves in the loss for the Eagles. Blainville beats Rimouski 3-2 in OT. Alexis Bourque, 2nd of the game, won it for the Armada. James Swan potted the other. Bourque, 2nd of the game, won it in overtime. James Swan potted the other. Charles-Edouard Gravel, 37 saves for the win. He's coming to Halifax either tonight or tomorrow, so that'll be fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Mathis Dubé scored his first career QMJHL goal, 2nd-round pick of Rimouski in 2022. Liam Jock also scored, and wouldn't you know it, another kneeing penalty. Miles St. Denis resulted in 4 roughing minors as well.
Crazy.
Again, man, like there's no control anymore.
And the refs know that too is the thing. Like the league above the refs, like whoever it is knows.
But the refs just follow the league orders.
No, that's what I mean. That the people above them I don't know. It's weird.
Rouen Aranda beats Gatineau 7-3. Antonin Varro burned his former team for 3 points, including a goal. Louis-Philippe Fontaine scored twice. Ben Brunel, Bill Zahn, and Andre Loshko got his first of the season, and Thomas Verdon all had singles. Thomas Chafe and Jaden Ryers scored their first career goals. Ryers was a free agent from Ontario, Chafe a free agent from Newfoundland, and Charles Boutin also scored. And last but not least, Baie-Comeau beats Chicoutimi 4-3. Bit of an upset in my opinion. Louis-Charles Plourde, Justin Poirier, Matt McDonald, and Raoul Boyard scored for the Drakkar. Poirier broke the tie 4 minutes into the 3rd. Thomas Desrousseaux, Nathan Lecomte, and Emmanuel Vermette scored for the Sags. Alex Huang had 3 assists, so he was named first star. And I just had this little footnote here. Matt McDonald received a penalty. I believe it was in the 2nd period. And the description says, if both players should remove their helmet and or undo their chin strap prior to entering an altercation, and an altercation does not ensue. I only found that interesting. He got a misconduct, but there was no penalty that lined up with it. That was just him that got it.
So he went to the scrum, took the helmet off.
And then nothing happened. So apparently it's a misconduct.
Like what? This is so bizarre, man. Keep hearing this and it gets funnier every time. That's funny.
Missing anything else?
Well, what I was just gonna say is Jake Furlong, who just signed his first entry-level contract for San Jose. He's the captain of the Moose, so congrats to him. And also on kind of sad news here, Sam Savoie, who broke his femur on Chicago
That was
preseason
brutal.
game.
Like they didn't even show the video. It was that bad.
Yeah, but like you could hear the on
I
YouTube.
didn't see the hit. They only showed like him being injured.
Yeah, you could
Video
just
I saw.
hear him screaming. Yeah, so hope he's okay for sure.
Okay. So since we have a shorter episode today, we're gonna play a little more this or that.
Oh, here we go.
I got some pretty hard ones, I think. So
Give me some. Give me something. I'm interested.
Theo, would you rather have intense pain for 10 minutes or dull pain for a whole day?
I would just get it over with 10 minutes. Yeah, because dull pain, you have that all the time. You can't ever have good pain ever. No, I would have pain for 10 minutes for sure.
Okay.
How about that? What would you do?
Oh, for that one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you have like dull pain, you can just kind of like chill. You know what I mean? Like you can just kind of like hang out, watch movies.
Yeah.
But if you have dull pain, you're like you're not so hurt that it takes your mind off everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
like
true.
I think for example, like when I broke my nose, all I could think about was being hurt.
Yeah.
Whereas when I had my concussion, so I had like dull pain, I could still like live life. Just not quite to the same extreme.
But you're still not 100%.
You're not 100%, but like you could still do stuff. Like you could still go to the gym and just work out lightly.
Yeah.
You could do homework as long as you're like, I wore blue light glasses, so the light didn't affect my eyes. But yeah, I think that would be it. Let's see here. Would you rather? Okay, would you rather have free travel for 1 year or free lodging for 5 years?
Oh, free logic, like know everything, and like just like.
I think so, like free rent.
Did you ask me this last week?
I can't remember. We asked this like after the episode was done.
Oh, okay. I would do free travel for a year would be nice, but getting your rent paid for, I don't know. That's a hard one. What are you thinking?
So I'm thinking free lodging for 5 years, because think of all the money you would save up to travel.
For sure. Yeah.
Whereas if you travel for the 1 year for free, you would still have to come home and pay rent. Yeah. But if you saved all that money on rent, let's say what's rent in Halifax now? Like 900,000?
Yeah. No, it's in the 950s. Yeah, somewhere around there for sure.
$1,000. So you save $1,000 for a year, or sorry, $1,000 a month. So $12,000 a year. Multiply that by 5, it's like 60 grand. That's plenty to travel.
Yeah. Yeah. And then,
That's
you do that out. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good take. You definitely were thinking about that one for a long time.
Yeah. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world or the richest person in the world?
Richest.
Richest?
But rich, you have all that, like, I don't know. Being smart would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty awesome. I wish I had that.
My thinking is if you're the smartest person in the world, you're likely to have a career where you're going to make a buttload of money.
Like Elon Musk and all of these guys are all smart.
Or Musk, Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
like all those guys get paid great and they're smart.
Yeah.
Anyone that works with like AI, any computer science stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to be rich anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here.
Give it to me. Let's hear it.
Let me think here.
Doesn't have to be a hard one. You can ask whatever.
I know, but I want one that's like
interesting.
Okay, would you rather win the lottery or land your dream job?
Ooh. How much is the lottery?
Well, I mean, the lottery's like
Mil?
No, more than that.
How much?
Like, I don't know what Lotto Max is right now, but
okay, what Lotto Max is? All right. Oh, I would say win the lottery. But having your dream, I would say win the lottery. My final answer, yeah. Because for sure.
Yeah. Would you rather be underestimated or overestimated? Underestimated?
Yeah. Because then you have all this pressure if you're over.
Yeah, that's true. And then you're disappointing people if you...
Yeah, exactly. If you do something right and you're underestimated, then people give you more credit.
And also, just for the trend, I have to ask you, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, I knew you were going to do this to me. Not a lot. I can't lie to you. Not a lot. Now that the trend's going, I'm always thinking about it. But before this trend, I can't say, maybe once a year.
So I have a minor in history from Acadia.
Yeah. Oh, you must have been thinking about it a lot then.
But that's the thing. I can't remember us talking about the Roman Empire at all in our class.
Have you ever watched?
But then again, I was watching Netflix pretty much every lecture. There's a good chance we could have talked about it, but I definitely missed it.
Definitely missed it, eh?
Yeah. So I wasn't thinking about the Roman Empire until, what was the trend, 2 months ago?
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I said. Yeah, no, can't say I think about it a whole lot.
I heard this one on social media. How many pillows do you sleep with on your bed? What's an ideal amount of pillows?
I like a lot, but right now it's 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2. So many pillows.
Yeah, no, and that's not a bad thing at all. The more pillows the better, in my opinion. I'm a huge pillow guy.
Like for me, I like to sleep with the TV on or something on.
Yeah.
But then the noise like makes me not fall asleep. So I got like one pillow over my ear. I got one pillow that my arm kind of goes on.
Yeah.
Got the pillow my head goes on.
Yeah.
Recently, I've been sleeping like on my back, and I'll like put a pillow over my eyes, kind of like those like eye masks you can get.
Eye mask, the bra mask, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's like just a pillow. I don't know what it is. Like the pressure on my eyes just feels nice.
It might be a little weird, but putting a pillow in between your legs,
I've heard people that do that.
It's a game changer. It is awesome. It's electric.
I don't know. I've never really tried.
Who's ever watching, you gotta give it a go. It's a new thing. Austin Matthews actually does it, even though I don't like him. But I saw a video of him and I tried it after and I was like, holy shit. Okay. Austin Matthews also uses women's deodorant, so maybe don't listen to him. But anywho, go on.
Would you rather have a private office or would you rather have a reserved parking spot?
Oh, reserved parking spot. Matt, remember me with the tickets last year? Oh my God. At school, I always get buried with tickets. And
hey, I beat that system, man. I beat that system.
Having reserved parking would be absolutely electric and a little just right up to your job, 2-minute 2 seconds away, but it'll be awesome.
Okay, so Friday night.
Yeah.
There's a little under 10 games on the schedule. I'm gonna ask who you think's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna ask you who you think's gonna win.
Yeah.
Blainville, Cape Breton. You don't need to explain them either. Just like kind of like rapid fire.
Blainville.
St. John, Bathurst.
Ooh, St. John. That's a battle of the lower standings, but St. John.
Victoriaville, Halifax.
Halifax.
Sherbrooke, Rimouski.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Rimouski on that one.
Gatineau, Drummondville.
Who was it? Gatineau, Drummondville.
Yeah.
Drummondville. Yeah, sorry.
Chicoutimi, Shawinigan.
Ooh, that could be a good one actually. I'm gonna go Chicoutimi.
Val-d'Or, Quebec.
Val-d'Or.
And Charlottetown, Baie-Comeau.
Baie-Comeau.
What's your game of the night or must-watch game?
Must watch. I like that Chicoutimi Rimouski game.
Or Chicoutimi Shawinigan?
Chicoutimi Shawinigan. I like that one. Both kind of over the rebuild. They're kind of done. And that you got both good futures ahead of them, and I think you'll see them facing each other off in the playoffs for sure.
All right, so that will do it. Episode 3. Once again, I'm Chris with Theo, your one-stop shop for everything Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, the unofficial podcast of the QMJHL. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again next week. Big weekend of hockey coming up. Yeah. Thank you all for listening.
Stay tuned, guys. Thanks.